And welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears. We are on our way out of Solaris. Finally, we've destroyed the final gate, the gate that was inside the capital city of Solaris, and we are racing our way to get the hell out of here. Aside from a little hitch that we've had, apparent betrayal of side hands, but we're all free now and we're moving along. Now I brought both Doc and Emeralda along. This room's moving, actually. Check this out. I'm going to stop in a second. See, the room's moving. Makes me wonder why. Anyway, I brought these two along because Emeralda, we haven't used Emeralda in a battle yet, so we don't really see what her attacks look like. And it's kind of funny the way she does everything. It's because she attacks using her hair. It's weird. And Doc now has a sword, makes him just that much more deadly. Although his attacks are slower now, can be irritatingly slow, because he has a tendency to put his sword away after every attack. You see Emeralda is attacking using her hair. Kinda weird. Now, just to kill these robot things off. The only types of enemies we will see during our escape are enemies that we have already encountered on our way through. Now, Emeralda is the only character that we get in the entire game that you have all of your death blows to the level 6 death blows as soon as you get her. As opposed to all the other characters who you have to build up your death blows more. Now, Emeralda does not have any of the elemental death blows. She's certainly capable of achieving them, but she doesn't have them, actually. She's also a very good ether attack character. Just screwing around. Of course, since the physical defense of these things is up so high, even though Saitem's attack here is very powerful, it's not going to kill the robot. Now what will, because their elemental attacks, elemental defense is very low, or their ether defense. Emeralda can throw an ether attack, which she is very good at, almost as good as Ellie, and pop him down at once. Okay, now that distraction is out of the way. Now, isn't this some really weird stuff that's happened so far? Because, I mean, it seems a little odd that Doc would go and lure everybody into Solaris just for the idea of removing their limiters, because that's what he's claimed that he did. He said he had to trick them, and he obviously still has ties to Solaris. The Gazel Ministry, the floating head guys, the Emperor. We've seen him talking to the Emperor. He knows Ramses. And all the other things, like his security clearance not being revoked. I mean, we knew he still had ties to Solaris, or he, at least at some time in the past, or the recent past, had ties to Solaris, and he obviously, and we can see now that he hasn't cut them. But his motivations aren't exactly clear. He, on one hand, lured everybody into the trap, got everyone captured. On the other hand, he removed their limiters and set them free. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I am going to talk to all of the characters in the same way that I did earlier. No one actually says anything very interesting. But since they're all here, I might as well talk to them. Hammer. We haven't really seen a lot of Hammer recently. Not since we left Kislev have we seen a lot of Hammer. Kind of irritating what happened to the character. I mean, he was relatively important to the plot while we were still in Kislev. But as soon as we left and we're taken on board the Yggdrasil, he sort of faded in the background, and he would hang around in that cabin. He'd never leave. He'd never say anything interesting or anything like that. He was a footnote, really. Do a quick save, and now we'll head on. Wow, oh yeah, I'm gonna switch characters. Now I'm gonna choose Doc and Billy for what happens ahead. Really? Is Hammer really doing this? He did it. He really shot her. Can you believe that? Hammer was working for Carillion. We don't know how long he was. I don't know how long he was working. Oh, this is just what we need. Always shows up at the wrong time. Now we have the option of choosing who we want in our party again for this battle. Now we're going to be fighting both of these individuals, Grav, and this executioner individual. We don't know who that is right now. But what I always do in this battle is I take out the executioner first, because the executioner has the ability to attack more than one of your characters at once. Oh, the pain. Even though Graf has actually the higher attack power, he can only attack one enemy, one of your characters at a time. Notice how much more powerful your characters are now. Back when we were escaping from Kislev, when we were on the Goliath, we took on Graf when he was alone outside of his gear, and we were in our gear. Our heroes were using their gears. It was Faye, Ellie, and Rico, and it was a tough battle. His attacks like nearly tore him to shreds. Only barely won that fight. Now they're on foot fighting Graf, and he has backup. And this is actually not a terribly difficult battle. As long as you just, you know, do it right. This is not a very difficult battle. Oh, that was a strong attack. Just make sure your character, not more than one of your characters, go down at once, and you'll be fine. And I also brought Billy along. The only reason why I brought Billy along was because he is the best healer in the team. Now, Doc or Faye can do healing, but he is the best because of this move right here. He can heal everybody at once with one move. On the other hand, Billy is not a very good attacker at this point because I haven't worked on his death blows. He doesn't have any elemental death blows, so his offensive ability in this fight is very limited. Now, what I'm going to do is show you what all of Doc's new death blows are, or his elemental death blows are anyway. Actually, you know what I did show everyone in this battle. Now the Executioner is down. Graf will take a little bit more damage than that to go down. He's not gonna just... He's got higher HP or something. Another reason why I focus on him last. Now my other character is basically just gonna... hang back and make sure the team stays alive. It's gonna make this battle stretch on, because I could really end this battle in only a few more turns if I wanted to. It's not a tough fight. But I'm gonna drag it out so I can show all the Doc's new death blows. Because they have all changed now that he has the sword. And another question: why we're stuck in this battle for a little while? What is Graf's connection to Solaris? I mean, he obviously has some sort of connection. He's here, isn't he? And if you'll notice, this Executioner is the same individual that we saw. Remember way back when Faye first went to Kislev and Kaiser Sigmund received a shipment of, you know, stuff, we don't really know what, from that gigantic fishbowl ship, and there was a woman there, called Masked Woman or something like that, that requested that Faye be stuck in the D block, the prisoner block. This, you can see, I mean, if you remember that, you'll notice that this is the same person, or at least wearing the same suit, same costume. So, obviously Faye's working with this person. What is his... he has his connections to Solaris, because that was a Solaris-built ship that was delivering that stuff. So he has connections. He has connections to Carillion, he has connections to all of these people, and Ramses, I mean, he's seen talking to these people. And here he is working with the woman that was seemingly was in command of this big Solaris ship. Makes you wonder for a little bit. What is to deal with that. Good, that was all blocked. And now here he shows up again as they're trying to escape. Aside from always showing up at the wrong time, which he seems to have made a career out of. I like that one, that was kind of cool. Of course, just put the damn sword away every time, it takes so damn long. Okay, now I've ran through all of the death blows. It's time to take this masked freak down. Boom. That move is a little bit like Phase Guided Shot or his first elemental death blow, you know, the one that he flies in the air and shoots a bunch of fireballs down. You may notice now, I'm gonna use the old build up a combo strategy, like I used in so many boss battles before. But you'll notice now that the elemental death blows are available, that really isn't the best option anymore. You can get more HP damage out of having your characters use elemental death blows rather than build up your AP and unleash a huge string of combos like I'm going to do now. So this kind of thing I'm doing right now is not something you're going to see me doing much for the rest of the game. Because as much damage as it seems like it's doing, just having... It took like... it would take Doc like 6-7 turns to build up that amount of AP, and then it would take another turn to use it. Whereas if he used elemental death blows, he would do much more damage. Alright, level, that's better level. Oh, that's a really good level Billy's got. New ability. And let's move on. Oh, what do we have here? I guess you pronounce his name Reich. Oh, jeez. He thought he was so slick, bringing a gear to an ether fight. Basically confirming that Medina was her mother. He doesn't know that she's dead. And he just died himself. Oh, she's getting pissed. Oh, damn. This executioner chick is a powerful woman. Faye, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be affected. Well, gonna end the episode here. Let's come back for the next one and see what happens.